New York is for all.
No ban, no wall.
New York is for all.
No ban, no wall.
New York is for all.
No ban, no wall.
New York is for all.
No ban, no wall.
New York is for all.
No ban, no wall.
New York is for all.
No ban, no wall.
New York is for all.
No ban, no wall.
New York is for all.
No ban, no wall.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining. We're in Washington
New York
Square
is for
Park
all.
after President Donald Trump signed an
New
order
York is
today
for
to
all.
start building the Mexican border wall.
New York is
and
for
tomorrow
all.
he's expected to sign an order to indefinitely
New York
block
is for
Syrian
all.
refugees.
New York is for all.
I talked to some people attending this rally
New York
today that
is
was
for all.
organized in response to Trump's executive orders today.
No ban, no wall.
New York is for all.
No ban, no wall.
New York is for all.
No ban,
Hi, do you want to introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah, hi, my name is Tristan and I'm a part of the Internationalist group. Yeah, absolutely. Defeat Trump and the Democrats, fight for a workers' revolution. Other side, let Syrian refugees in.
Thank you so much. Can you just tell our audience what was your reaction when you heard about the orders today?
Well, it's absolutely disgusting, and that's why we're out here today. And what we say that in order to defeat Trump, we need to break with the Democratic Party. We need to break from both the Republican and Democratic Party. They're both government parties that represent the class interests of the bourgeoisie, which is why we call for the formation of a revolutionary working class party. In order to defeat Trump, the Democrats paved the way for Trump to office.
And can you tell us, how did you hear about this rally today?
I was informed by my contingent who had heard or saw online that had propositioned, this protest, and so we immediately came out.
And what is the biggest course of action that you hope comes out of rallies like this? What change do you hope to see?
Well, what I hope to see is that, more people break from both the Democratic and Republican parties. This is a really tense but exciting time at the same time. People are really taking a firm opposition to Donald Trump. At the same time, we also have to be truthful about what's going on in our country, and that's why we always put forward the truth about the Democratic Party. Barack Obama is no savior. He deported over 5 million people throughout his 8 years as president. So we have to be honest about that. We have to be honest about that as well.
Great. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, so I am going to walk you all around this march a little bit. She mentioned President Obama. One interesting statistic to point out is that Obama was letting in 110,000 refugees, and now that number will go down to less than half, at 50,000. And I'm going to talk with you. Excuse me. So sorry to interrupt. We're live on the New York Times Facebook page. Could we ask you some questions? You want to introduce yourself to our audience? Yeah. What's your name?
Hi, Mona.
Mona?
Yeah.
And what brings you here today, Mona?
It's personal for me because I'm a daughter of refugees. So, I do not support this ban.
I'm so sorry, it's a little hard to hear. What was your reaction when you heard about the orders today?
It was really, I can't really think right now. There's a lot of things, but just a lot of emotions, a lot of mixed emotions. I thought about my father, who is an Iranian immigrant and refugee. So all my family and, my family friends who weren't, if this, again, it's really hard to think. If this, no, it's fine. If this policy took place when my father was coming to America, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be an American. So it affects the whole community. So yeah, it's really it's sad.
What is the biggest point of change you hope comes out of a rally like this?
I really love the unity. I really love, people coming together for our community. Support is amazing. I'd like to see more, support.
Thank you for your time, Mona.
Sure.
Thank you. All right, so that was Mona. Her father's from Iran, and she mentioned that she wouldn't be here today if President Trump's executive order had been signed before she came. Her family came to the U.S.
Waiting for that to happen.
This is what America looks like. Tell me what America looks like. This is what America looks like. Tell me what America looks like. This is what America looks like. Tell me what America looks like. This is what America looks like. Tell me what America looks like. This is 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 what America looks like.
Tell me what America looks like. This is what America looks like.
Hi, I'm live.
My name is Lori, and I was actually just walking by, and I thought it was a good cause, so I was like, why not join?
So you didn't hear about it on Facebook
No.
or anything? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay, and where are you from?
I'm from Syracuse, New York, but I'm a student at NYU.
Okay. And so what was your reaction to President Trump's executive order today?
It was very upsetting. I'm the daughter of an immigrant, so it hit me pretty hard, but I think it's really wrong.
Would you mind if we walk back?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you.
No justice, no peace.
Excuse me. Sorry, audience. We're actually going to walk to a slightly quieter area to talk with Lori so that you can hopefully hear her a little bit better outside of the crowd. All right, so let's just come over. Thank you for coming with us, Lori.
No problem.
Okay, so would you mind just reintroducing yourself to our audience in case they couldn't hear the first time?
I'm Lori, I'm 18 years old, and I'm from Syracuse, New York, and I'm currently studying here at NYU. I was actually just walking by and I saw all the signs and I thought it was a great cause to join. I'm actually the daughter of an immigrant, so it hit pretty hard to home. And the energy is just great. I'm really happy to be here.
And you said you're a daughter of an immigrant. Where is your family from?
My father's from Kenya in Africa.
And so what was your reaction to the orders today?
I thought it was really unfair to just select people based on their religion or where they come from. These people are coming here for better opportunities and because they want our help, and to just turn them away, it's just wrong.
And what do you have to say to the people who do want a border wall between the US
I think they just need to open their hearts and put themselves in those people's positions and just fully understand that they just want better lives for themselves and their families.
And what are you studying at NYU?
I'm studying mechanical engineering.
And what would you say is your biggest hope for the outcome of a rally like this? What do you hope?
I hope that it delivers a message to the people who are leading this country that we're not going to stand for this. We're going to fight, and we're not just going to let them do this to people.
Thank you for that. And Ricky Klein from our audience asked if you voted. Obviously, you can't vote.
I actually did vote.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Okay.
I voted for Hillary because I really thought that she was going to take this country in the right direction.
Perfect. I'm so sorry. I thought you said you were under 18.
No,
for a
I'm
moment.
18.
You're 18. Perfect. Okay. And so then what was your reaction on November 9th?
It was really devastating. I actually called my mom crying because I was just afraid of the outcome for me and people like me and family members of mine who have also immigrated from Kenya as well with my dad. So it was really upsetting.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add that I failed to ask?
Not really, no.
Thank you, Lori. We'll
You're
let you get back.
welcome.
We appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so that was Lori. Her father is from Kenya, and she's excuse me, sorry, a senior at NYU. So I am just going to walk you back through the crowd a little bit. It's a little hard to hear when we're in the crowd, so apologies if the audio gets a little messy.
The plight of those that are most vulnerable. And we are here today to let everyone know that our solidarity, our strength, lies in our diversity, and our mission is to make sure that everyone receives justice and that this is truly an indivisible nation. Do you agree with me? I will have the pleasure of speaking to all of you perhaps again at the end of the evening, and we have many of those who again, you know, despite busy schedules, decided to come and stand with New York City and what New York City represents for the entire world. And to begin, I'd like to invite Albert Kahn, our Director of Strategic Litigation at CARE New York, to start us off on solid ground on where we want to go with this and sort of get the momentum going on why we're all here. Albert.
Hello, Washington Square. Less than 1 day ago, we put out the call to New Yorkers to come together to show that we will stand with our Muslim brothers and sisters, to stand with our undocumented brothers and sisters, to stand with anyone targeted by this administration. And you showed up. You showed the true New York. You showed that we are not the city of Donald Trump.
Thank you all for those of you joining. I'm just going to let you listen to the speakers and show some signs for a couple minutes.
Of Donald Trump's Wall Street cabinet, we are the city of diversity and faith, the city of love and compassion, the city that shows us and shows the world that this city, this great city, will always remain a beacon of light. Executive orders that will strip our neighbors of their rights. We see orders that will target people because of their faith, and we say no. New Yorkers will not be silent. We will not stand by and let this happen. Tonight we have elected officials from the federal, state, and local government. We have community leaders from wonderful NGOs. We have faith leaders from numerous faiths, all here to say that New York will set the example. We will set a model for how an American city, the greatest American
What's your name?
city,
I'm Sophia Fishman.
Sophia Fishman. How old are you, Sophia?
I'm
19. Are you a college student?
What?
Are you a student?
19. Yeah.
Okay. And what brings you here today, Sophia?
I just want to be a body. I want to support. I don't agree with what's happening. And I just want to come and support. Yeah. Simple as that, really.
Did you hear about the rally on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay. And what does your shirt mean? Let's look at this.
Oh, it's kind of morbid. My friend made it. I'm a bit more. I mean, it's just like everything's kind of fucked. But yeah, it's kind of like a funny shirt, but also sort of serious. Yeah.
And so, what was your reaction when you heard the news of the executive orders today?
I mean, I was very scared, angry, of course, worried about people, and just terrified, wondering what the next step for actions are. Being at protests is good, but what else can we do?
And so that's an interesting point, because we hear a lot about what is the change going to be from rallies like this. So what do you hope the change will be out of coming to an event like this?
I guess I hope that it shows
Sorry. It's hard to hear. What was that?
Just that it shows solidarity. It shows that people care, that we're not going to just stand around and let these things happen. it's not the only thing we can do, but it's a good way to be around people who also are angry and that are going to take action. And it's a good first step, I think.
Great. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
What it is that solidarity means and to showing how it works. You know, we say a lot that New York City is the beacon of light in the world, and we do often get calls from as far as South Africa, from Japan and Korea, from all over the Middle East, and they say that they see New York as the example, and that example lies with you, your compassion. It lies with you, your dedication to social justice. It lies with you, with your decision tonight and every single day hereafter to say, I will not be silent and I will not stay boarded up within four walls. I will hit the streets and I will support my brothers and sisters because an injustice to one is an injustice to all. Congressman Velasquez, who came out today.
Sure, absolutely.
He made the sign.
Oh, great. Okay.
We're both high school teachers, and we're both immigrants.
Okay, so tell us, how did you hear about the event, and tell us about the sign?
You can tell a story.
One of our colleagues, the physics teacher, he and his wife sent us an email about the CARE event. He's a Jew who, very disappointed with the election results, and he and his wife consciously decided to be proactive and engage in community efforts to help bring our country back. And so he decided as a Jew to volunteer with an Islamic organization. So he's been volunteering with CARE. So he had an email from them. He forwarded us the email this morning. We heard about it. Mark is a global history teacher. And he made this beautiful sign. And we came here for school. I'm a Muslim, and I'm standing in solidarity with my colleagues, friends. We're really excited to be here.
I have a million follow-up questions. Since you're high school teachers, did you talk to your students about the orders when they were passed today? Did it come up?
We don't actually have students this week, so this is Regents Week.
Regent Week, yes.
It's a testing week. They're taking state exams. We actually don't have students. But in the days after the election, in the days after the election.
Before and after the election, it's been coming up every day in class.
And what do you say to students who have questions about it or are scared? What do you say to them?
Well, we try to reassure them that we live in a safe environment. Our school is a safe environment. I think that's the most we can do.
And what would you say to your students who have questions about?
Very similar. I mean, in the days after the election, there were a lot of questions, a lot of tears, a lot of fear. So our first and foremost priority was to assure them that they're safe. We certainly have students of every race, every ethnic background, every religious background, every socioeconomic background. We have undocumented students, we have immigrants, we have students of privilege, we have every type of student, and we had every type of fear represented in the days after the election. So first and foremost, we wanted to ensure that they were safe at school, that we were there for them as a community, we were there for them as teachers, we were there for them as guidance counselors, and that we would continue to be there for them. I know that we tried to emphasize and restore their faith in our government, that we are, and you can speak more about our government, but that we're a system of checks and balances, and that one person and one executive branch cannot have that level of power, we hope. And that ultimately, as young people, they have enormous power, they have enormous voice. They're going to be the voters in a few years. And that they can affect change. And this is the time that we need them to be involved and active and speaking on behalf of themselves, their families, and the things that they believe in. To not give up hope.
Do you have anything to add to that about?
The only thing I would add to that is Uzma was talking about our students, some of them undocumented. We were just talking about a student a moment ago who is undocumented, who is now doing a PhD at Columbia. And so, those are the kind of kids that we teach, and we will continue to teach.
And So as immigrants yourself, what were your reactions to the orders when they came out this afternoon?
I wasn't surprised. I mean, he's been talking extensively about it. I'm fearful for many people. I'm hoping that an executive order is something that can be stopped by Congress and other people. And that rallies like this, that the grassroots organizations coming together, that people coming together can transform change in the face of such an executive order. I'm still hopeful, but worried. Absolutely worried.
Worried, hopeful. And what about you?
I think I'm hopeful too, because myself included, there are so many people who are not usually involved, who are not usually active in politics, who are coming out because they're not going to take this, and they're not going to take this without a fight, and so that's what we're doing.
And what's your biggest hope for what will come out of a rally like this?
Well, my biggest hope is that people will be more civically engaged. I mean, I think that's one of our problems. We've become so willing to allow everybody else to do the work and to be the load bearers, and now everybody has to take their place in this democracy as well.
I'm reminded that as an immigrant, I have an enormous privilege to be able to be part of a democracy, to exercise my First Amendment rights to assembly and speech, and I've never been more proud of being an immigrant than in this moment. And we hope that we're imparting that to ourselves as well.
How do you impart, I'm sorry, I know it's hard to talk. How do you impart that positivity to your students who are scared right now?
It is not easy, especially as teachers. We always have to be composed and be the role models and not to represent any one view over another. We can't demonstrate any bias. So teaching them about both sides and letting all voices be heard, because while yes, we have a diverse student body, some of that student body are people who are proponents of some of the actions that are being written in the days past and the days to come, and so you have to be super